Tonight I'm watching ALFRED Collins out of the University of Texas. He's a defensive lineman, measures 6'5", 332 pounds with 34 and 5/8 inch arms, and he's got all kinds of potential. ALFRED gets lined up in a bunch of different alignments. Here he is, head up over the tackle. This is the sort of play that gets you excited about a prospect. Watch him off the ball, hands in the chest, watch him get under the pads of this tackle and manhandle him. Just a violent locking out, shedding. And look at the effort to get in on this tackle behind the line of scrimmage. At 3 tech in a deeper set, removed from the line of scrimmage. Possibility to get this runway on a passing down. Watch the violent swat or throw of the hands. And this should put you in the mind, or this at least puts me in the mind, of a play you'd see Calais Campbell make. 6'5" with almost 35-inch arms, running through guys. Got him at nose tackle. Here's Vernon Broughton at 5 technique. Texas a lot of time would have these guys exchange gaps, rushing the quarterback. The guard's going to lunge off the ball. ALFRED's going to swat that hand or club that hand down. Place his inside arm on the shoulder, push and swim, and get after the quarterback. He moves really well for a big man. You can see he's got pass rush moves and he can overpower guys. He's at 4-eye. Watch him off the ball, able to get his hands under the pads of his tackle, fully lock out his arms, really abuse him and then rip down. He's a guy that works hard in pursuit. That whole Texas defense is really fun to watch. He's at nose tackle. Film's a little wonky, but watch him run through the center. Once he realizes he can do this just about any time he wants, he's really going to be a problem. The offense actually thinks they're going to run this QB follow. Inside in his gap. Watch what happens. Again, off the ball, good pads. Locks out, totally controlling that gap. The back's not going to be able to lead through that gap. He sheds, so the back's going to try to seal him. That's not working. At 3 technique, watch the big man get out on this tunnel screen. Watch the pursuit and the big hit. ALFRED is a force on the defensive line. The sky's the limit with him. He's got all kinds of ability, and he's still growing. He's still learning. He's still improving. Love him in the run game. Once he gets his hands inside, as he does here, it's a wrap. Watch him lock out, then watch the hand fighting, throwing the arms, finding the ball carrier, getting in that gap, making the tackle. You can see that the processing at times is a work in progress, still working on play recognition. Guard goes away from him. Like to see him just shoot that gap. He is reading the backfield. I'd like to see a little shoulder dip and throw that arm to beat the guard inside. You do see him throw a pretty nice looking spin move, which, if memory serves, Calais Campbell had as well. That is something he shows on tape. Not to great effect just yet, but you can see that he's working on that. There are times when you see the processing, the play recognition is slowed. Once again, we see this guard pull away from him, and he stops to read here. To me, that center's late getting over. He could easily shoot this gap, or for that matter, really run through this center. At a certain point, he decides he's just going to try to time this up, get his hands on it. Definitely a challenge for a guy his size to not get upright and lunge. On occasion, you see he's high off the ball here. Alfred is certainly a guy I would want on my team, moving around the defensive front. Just a big, long, powerful guy with sky-high potential. He's still working on reading the game and processing. I really think he has the potential to be a great all-around defender, get after the quarterback, stop the run, and beat guys up in good old Raven fashion. The Ravens could move him all around the defensive line, but I see him as that classic odd front D end who could dominate for the Ravens at that position.